You must have heard some weight loss advocates say that for you to lose weight, you need to eat small, several portions of meals a day. If you're doing this and it's not working, I'm about to open your eyes in this video. Guys, you're welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time, I'm Ella and I'm super excited that you joined today. Now in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys something that I swear by when it comes to losing weight, yes. And this is a concept that I've mentioned quite a good number of times on this channel, but I just realized that I've never really taken the time to properly explain it, and that is intermittent fasting. So on today's video, I'm going to be explaining this concept to the best of my knowledge, especially for those who are not really conversant with it or people who haven't really heard about it before. I'm going to be explaining this concept today and also tell you guys the connection between this and weight loss. Now, what is intermittent fasting? This is basically when you divide your day into an eating window and a fasting window. In other words, you have a period of the day when you're fasting and a period of the day solely for eating. You do not mix both. Now, for example, there are 24 hours in a day. You could choose to fast for, say, 16 hours of the day and then eat within 8 hours of the day. Yeah, this is just one example, but at least you get the general idea now. Now, there's a difference between reading about something and actually doing it. In fact, I'm currently intermittent fasting, and I can tell you categorically that it works. And this time for me is different because instead of just trying to lose weight, I'm trying to see if I can make this a healthy lifestyle. So it's a journey for me, one that I intend to do over a long period of time, make a lifestyle. And with the benefits I've gotten from intermittent fasting so far, I think it's going to be a big part of my lifestyle for a long time. Now, another thing my experience from intermittent fasting has taught me is that those advocates, those weight loss advocates who tell us that for you or for us to lose weight, we need to eat very small portions but spread them out through the day. This experience has made me realize that they told us lies, and I'm about to tell you why. Now, the thing is, if you're trying to lose weight and your insulin sensitivity is very good, you probably get away with about 5 to 6 meals a day. Lose weight, no problems. But if you're listening to me and you've been trying to lose weight on small portions that are spread out through the day, in other words, small portions of about 5 to 6 meals throughout the day, and still nothing is working, this is the reason. Those weight loss advocates forgot to tell you that each time you put food in your mouth or any sort of calories, you spike something called insulin. And guys, if you haven't seen my video on insulin resistance, head over and check it out after this video. Now, they also failed to tell you that insulin is a fat storage hormone. Now, imagine, just picture, eating several times a day. It means that each time you eat food, no matter how little it is, you're spiking insulin. The moment you wake up insulin, because it is a fat storage hormone, you're not going to lose weight. In fact, in the presence of insulin, no weight loss can be achieved. Now, for someone who eats several meals a day, maybe with 4 hours interval between each of the meals, imagine you're keeping insulin awake all through the day. How will you achieve weight loss? Now, guys, this is where intermittent fasting comes in. Because when you're intermittent fasting, when you're not giving food or calories to your body, it means you're not spiking insulin. And when you're not spiking insulin, it means you're not storing fat. In fact, when you're not spiking insulin, you actually get to burn fat. And this leads me into telling you all the benefits of intermittent fasting. For one, we know that food is a source of energy for the body. Now, wonder what happens when you're fasting, when you're not giving your body that usual source of energy, the food, the calories. What does it use for energy instead? Your stored fat, yes. So your body is built in such a way that when you're not giving it calories, when you're not giving it food for energy, it switches into an alternative source of energy. It starts to use your fat reserve. It's kind of common sense. When your body is tapping into your stored fat, your fat deposit as a source of energy, that means the fat starts to deplete. And as the fat is depleting, guess what? You're losing weight because you're burning fat. Also, it's safe to say that since you've reduced your fasting, or rather your eating window, to a very small portion of your day, you probably just end up, let's say for example, you're eating just about 6 to 8 hours in a day. What are the chances that you consume more than 2 meals? Even if you're going to consume a maximum of 3 meals, you'll probably be so full that the meals are going to be reduced portions. You understand the point? So it's safe to say that while intermittent fasting, because you've reduced your eating window to a very short period of the day, you're going to end up creating a calorie deficit because your portions are reduced and most likely the calories are reduced as well. Calorie deficit equals weight loss. Now, another important benefit is the fact that you can pair this with different diets. Yes, it's not very restrictive. You can pair this with a carb diet. You can pair this with a low carb diet like the ketogenic diet. You can pair this with a vegetarian diet, because when you really think about it, it's not really a kind of diet. It's strictly an eating pattern, reducing when to eat and increasing when to fast. So intermittent fasting is not necessarily the diet, but how you organize the diet. Wisdom. Okay. Guys, so that's the thing about intermittent fasting. You can pair it with different diets to suit your preferences, your lifestyle, your body type, and so on. However, I have my reservations on this, and this will be topic for another video. But generally, I believe that some diets do better with intermittent fasting, because when you keep in mind that intermittent fasting is going for a long period of time without food, there's certain kinds of diet, especially on a high carb diet, that may cause you to crave and easily get hungry. And on such a diet, you find out that you may not be able to sustainably go that long period of time fasting, and you do not want to feel like you're starving while you're intermittent fasting. That can be a bit frustrating. Keep that in mind and look out for that video. So finally, I'm going to leave you with some sort of advice. So if after listening to me today, you feel, oh, I think I want to give this a try, as a beginner, you need to ease into intermittent fasting. It's not a situation whereby you say, oh, I heard Ella talk about this today, so starting from tomorrow, bam, I'm going to fast for 20 hours. Trust me, your head is going to spin so hard that you're going to jump out as quickly as you jumped in. So the thing here is to start gradually. Personally, when I started intermittent fasting, I started with 12 hours, yes. I made sure that for 12 hours of the day, I didn't eat anything, and whatever I was going to eat was within the remaining 12 hours of the day. And then I gradually started to increase, depending on how I observed my body reacting to the new changes of skipping it for that period of time without food. So you could begin to gradually add 1 extra hour or 2 extra hours, depending on how your body reacts. Note at what point your body gets very comfortable with it. You stop feeling the dizziness, the craving reduces, and then from 12 hours, you move to 14 hours. From 14 hours, then to 16 hours. And when I say gradually, realistically, the easing period, or the time within which your body gets used to a particular number of hours fasting, could take 3 to 4 weeks. Yes. And then after 3 to 4 weeks, you top in another 2 hours, and then watch how your body reacts, how long it takes you to get comfortable, and so on and so forth. Currently, I'm alternating between 16/8 and 24. In other words, I fast for 16 hours and I eat for 8 hours, or I fast for 20 hours and eat for 4 hours. I do the 24 about 3 days in a week and do the 16/8 about the remaining 4 days in a week. And sometimes on the weekend, maybe when I'm feeling like I should spice things up a little bit, I want my body not to get too comfortable in a setting fasting window or fasting hour, I tend to maybe do 10/14. Some people even do OMAD, and OMAD is 1 meal a day. Guys, I haven't got there yet. But like I said, gradually, since I've gotten really comfortable with 24, who knows, maybe with time I begin to incorporate OMAD, maybe a day in a whole week. I'm going to definitely keep giving you guys the updates or reviews as we go. Remember, I promise to give you the things that are working and also to tell you the things that are not working. We've come to the end of today's video. I know you must have picked something out of this. And guys, if you have any question whatsoever on what I've discussed today, drop a comment below asking your question. I'll gladly give you an answer based on my experience and to the best of my knowledge, okay? I'll see you in my next video, and thanks for watching. Bye.